We are all demons nowadays. Well, not exactly. How is this so-called evil spreading, the pull of the void, the acting on behalf of the primordial man and the cannibal, lurking with bestiality behind civilization to pierce through with mutations and variegations and variables of various forms of perfidy, cruelty, indifference, destruction, delusion, attachment, anger, wrath, ignorance. How is it that at the brink of this age, when it seems ultra-relativistic chaos almost, Logos has died? Logos as a societal driving motto. Now in ancient Greece there was this dance called hormos, when boys and girls danced, reenacting their rules, reinforcing tradition, like a glass bed game. Now, when you tear this dance of a society apart, you have single glass bed games, single glass beds, all over the place. Tradition is something that you build organically throughout centuries. When you destroy it in the noosphere, this sphere of minds of people, it is not that easy to rebuild. On the cadavers of the last one, we need to build a new one. So why was this so-called evil spreading? Why? For exactly that reason. The reason that people have no coordinate systems, no valuation systems, no critical thought, no self-reflection, no maturity, no responsibility. Well, the society conditioned them in such a way, not giving any examples or inspirations, right? Well, we're in a deep mess, neck deep in shit. So, citing one Egyptian sage, Sonbe, you need a stout heart to survive, a shrewd intelligence to navigate, and enough cunning not to be destroyed. Forbearance, perseverance, foresight, and fortitude, as well as responsibility, are the key words here. You don't fix societies. In times of chaos, you incorporate the qualities, the wisdom, the coordinates, the reference, the value yourself whenever you may. And you fail at times. But you have those coordinates of a nature, an ethos, a daimon, a hegemon spirit. Why? Why do I reach out? I reach out for people that are like solitary islands in this chaotic mess of relativity and absurd evils of the modern world. If you are capable of incorporating this, you are already like a beacon of light sent by gods and goddesses, and perhaps a friend to hells where justice was banished from the earth. Nobody will listen to you because they don't understand that you'll be hitting against the wall for most of the time. How can you talk to people whose limit of experience ends with their own nose? And the limit of their world consigns them back to what they know, this chaos. Lack of spine, lack of coordinates, lack of any value whatsoever, whether earthly, ethical, or metaphysical. It all dissolves, as we see, on our very own eyes. So what's the purpose in keeping it? Because, like the Egyptian sage Sonbe said, I thank the gods for a stout heart, so that I won't tear my robes apart and flesh in pain and torment over what is happening in Egypt back then, Upper and Lower Egypt. And that was written 1900 years before modern era. Transition times. And these are transition times. Very difficult, in which we may destroy ourselves, or a new order may be born out of birth pangs of a serpent. It's not leaving your flesh behind again and again. It's a new era, and it requires a new birth. So standing your ground, surviving, conveying, releasing your thoughts, ideas through the ethers won't help them much. However, it will build a monument for later. I don't know how far will it speed up, how far will those cretins go, running like wild pigs, destroying each other. However, those who survive and grin their teeth and do their business between themselves and the gods are doing an honest walk. Between themselves and the hells they may be even heroes. So even if we are all demons nowadays, at least contain this nobility. At least contain this integrity and fortitude. Not to be worse than a wretch, worse than a cockroach. I like to think of human natures as animals, how they behave, how it is transposed onto the human bestial world. So would you like to be that dragon, serpent, lion, elephant? Learn from animals if you have no references otherwise in other humans. Learn from the gods and the spirits and goddesses. Learn from history and ancient sources. If you have no reference or coordinates in the modern world. Or do you prefer to be a rat, a cockroach, a swine that is dragged to slaughter? Think.